So I literally just had a week and a half off, and I've just entered back into my 4 days of work in a row again. 12-hour shifts, an hour and a half just to get to work, another hour and a half back, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. these 4 days. 15 hours of work at a job that I don't want to fucking be at, that I'm trying to fucking leave and quit. And so when I had this week and a half off just before I started these 4 days in a row, you'd think like, oh, he'd be extra motivated, he'd be extra fired up. You know, oh, no, there's no way he's not going to fucking put in the work. And I gave myself these, like, not big goals, but, like, a lot of things that I wanted to do. You know, not only just, like, post a video a day and read and go to the gym. Like, no. Like, I wanted to build on my own business offer, learn more about my clients, what I'm trying to sell, the value I'm trying to give, increasing my production value on my videos. Just give everything back to my business because I'm trying to fucking leave this current situation I'm in. And when this week and a half went by, and yeah, sure, some personal things fucking happened that I don't want to talk about right now, maybe later, but I didn't make the most of it. I fell back into my old habits. I did procrastinate a little bit. The fucking topic I love to talk about on how to break your procrastination, I fell into it. And you know, today's a Friday. I started working yesterday on a Thursday. I've got Saturday, Sunday to come up as well to work. And I feel all of a sudden a lot more inspired and motivated to get back into the work and make my videos and take it seriously again and read the books and invest in myself again. And it's this weird fucking thing that I got for myself where I know the lesson. I know that on my days off and a fucking rare opportunity like having a week and a half off, like not many people get that opportunity. I should have really taken it seriously to make big steps towards my goals, which is to earn an online income so I can leave my fucking job and pursue YouTube as my career. And I didn't take it as seriously. Yeah, I still posted a video every day, but I know I still could have used that time more. I had no distractions, nothing else. Like I could have literally just given it my all, literally. And you know, I learned as well along the way that like I'm not a sort of guy that can work 12 hours a day, but still, I still could have done a bit more. I still gave myself a routine and I went against my word. And that really fucking hurt me. And now I'm back in my job again. It's made me realize like how, all right, I fucking hate this job. I understand why I'm trying to work so hard. I understand why I was so fired up to fucking use the most out of my time. And this isn't the first time it's happened to me. Actually, if you go back to my first few late night thought videos, the very first ones, I talked about how I want to fucking leave this job. Coming to this 12-hour shift makes me realize how much I hate it and makes me realize how much I should take my YouTube, my business seriously. And 2.5 months later, I'm stuck here listening to telling myself the exact same advice. Whilst I worked today, I was just sitting there, I was doing the fucking cycling. So I'm a live TV broadcaster, director, and I specialize in sports. So we do all these different sports for these different channels, depending on what company I'm working for. And I was sitting there watching, like, we do golf, cycling. Like, if you're into sports, it's cool, but like, being forced to watch sport for 12 hours a day, it's really draining. It's not like a hard manual job, but you can think a lot. You can start to fucking daydream a lot. You can probably imagine if you're watching golf or cricket or cycling or F1. I know some people love that. Like, I'm just there the whole time. I'm reading a book, of course, and like I've read the most amount of pages I have at my shift today than I did the fucking week and a half where I had that time off because I'm trying to distract myself from the actual job that I hate so much. And then in between my reading sessions or as I'm reading the pages, I'm getting motivated. I'm like, fuck, like, why you want to leave this fucking situation so much? Like when you get the days off, like go hard because you can remind yourself of how much you hate it. And then when I get the fucking time off, like I always squander it. And this isn't just like, it's been happening for like 2.5 months. Like, no, this has been happening like the last few years. When I got this TV job when I was 19, I knew within the first month I didn't want to be here. And there's this saying where it's like, learn from the failures of others. Or the people, like the best way to learn is to learn from the failures of others who've already gone through the trials and tribulations. And like that you're a fool if you failed and then you didn't learn from that lesson and you fail again, then you're a fool. But maybe I guess I'm a fucking fool, guys. Because not only with this, but like I'm just the sort of guy where I need to fail at something. I need to do something like 100 times and fail at it 100 times for me to get it the 101st time. So like, in a weird sense, I need to keep going through the ups and downs, which is mentally exhausting for me to think about. But can anyone else relate to that? Like, you gotta fuck up. Like, you're not like I'm not a quick learner. You know, I'm naturally gifted, or I can naturally pick things up in a few certain things, like when it comes to like talking or saying random shit in front of a camera, a very niche, specific skill, I guess you can call that. But for everything else, in terms of like normal educational learning or learning in life, you know, like riding a skateboard, like I'd trip over 500, 1,000 times. And this is the exact same thing, overcoming my own mental barriers. You know, I've overcame a lot of things like my self-belief and my insecurities. They're completely gone. There's still these small elements of like I could be doing more. Like distractions as well. You know, that week and a half off, yeah, again, something did personally happen, but instead of using that as fuel or motivation, I just distracted myself and I went out, had a few drinks and did all that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I actually did miss the socializing aspect, which is something I genuinely love. And I reminded myself like, oh shit, this is cool. But here we are again, filming another video after a draining 12-hour shift, telling myself like, no, this is the last time. And I'm sure this won't be the fucking last time. So I guess the lesson of this video is just like failing an infinite amount of times. Infinite's a long stretch, but you gotta fail a lot, guys. You're gonna fail a lot, or maybe you're experiencing it right now, like me. And don't expect to fucking get things and pick things up like quickly. You know, maybe you're smarter than me, or you got like a higher intelligence than me, and maybe you only need to fuck up a few times for you to get it or get the lesson. But I guess I'm just like I can picture myself just continually banging my head against the wall right now until it no longer bleeds, and I get it. You know, I've definitely improved. Looking back at who I was before I started posting every day, like yeah, like I much prefer this version now, but I'm still going through the same lessons, the same failures, the same ups and downs. And I'm probably sounding like a broken fucking record here, guys, but I didn't think it'd take this long, but at the same time, I'm not surprised either. And I'm excited because it shows that I have a personality type of like the person who continues to show up no matter how many times he fucking fails, no matter how many times he goes through these ups and downs, these periods of distraction and procrastination and uninspiredness, feeling lost and directionless. You know, my video qualities went down, and sure, I did post every day, but they were nowhere near the standards that I know they could be, and I wasn't putting in much effort either. And it's taken me again to work this shitty fucking job to be like, all right, enough's enough. And I know this isn't enough, but yeah, this is what failing multiple times has taught me, and I'm sure it's going to continue, but I'm here for it as long as I can fucking learn from it a little bit, or just improve 1%, or just become a bit more tolerant or disciplined, or just fucking grow a bit of thicker skin. If I fail 100 times, I know eventually I'll get it. Eventually I'll be able to tolerate it and continue to push forward and live the life and the dreams that I want to fucking live for myself. It is I, Tony fucking Lee. I love you all. Good night.